Okay, everybody, welcome back to our broadcast on AI football of Manchester United against Sheriff Tiraspol. We've got 22 minutes gone in the game. It is still Manchester United 0, Sheriff 0. Thankfully, we haven't missed any goals so far this evening. Manchester United have had most of the possession, most of the territory as well, and therefore most of the chances. Cristiano Ronaldo's header from a cross went narrowly over the bar a few minutes ago. Also, there was an attempt from Casemiro. Quite an audacious effort from inside his own half, which didn't trouble the goalkeeper. Other than that, United have put a few decent crosses into the box, put Sheriff under lots and lots of pressure. And unsurprisingly, Sheriff are trying to play their way out from the back, and they have a chance here. They're into the United area, but it's tidied up by Lisandro Martinez. He prevents it from going out for a corner and quite neatly in the end finds Tiro Malakia inside to Casemiro. Forward to Bruno Fernandes. He tries to find Anthony. Anthony tries to cut inside and collect the ball. He doesn't manage to reach it. And then Fernandes, first to the loose ball, can only divert it out for a throw. Rashid Akanbi has been yellow carded as well for catching Casemiro in the face, and Casemiro was bleeding after the incident. He just kind of caught it with his right hand, and I think it was quite unintentional, but I think worthy of a yellow card. Now it's Ronaldo. He's well tackled. Let's see if Sheriff can play their way out of trouble. They're keeping so many men behind the ball, playing a very defensive 4-5-1 formation, forcing United to try and play through them. And Eriksen is one of the best players at doing that. He's on the ball now. He goes back to Victor Lindelof. Diogo Dalot. Another appearance for him, virtually ever present for United this season. Malakia into Casemiro. Out wide to Alejandro Garnacho, who has had a bright start. His cross comes in, headed away. But the pressure at the moment relentless from United. Lindelof has retrieved it and is going to put a ball in. Eventually, he's carrying the ball instead, in fact, and lays it off to Anthony. Anthony across, Eriksen. Eriksen chips forward, looking for the run of Bruno Fernandes, but it's just out of reach for him. Passing stats just flashed up on my screen. I think it was 178 for United, and I think 57 for Sheriff. So United dominating with the ball, as you can imagine. So 25 minutes gone in this Europa League Group E match. 0-0 between Man United and Sheriff, and that's a and the back pass of the goalkeeper there was a little bit short, and Ronaldo almost managed to steal that one. Ukrainian goalkeeper just managed to get there first in the end. Martinez tackles with the sole striker, Iyai Atiemwen. And now forward comes Anthony. Anthony on the right wing, cutting inside. Fernandes, just wide. Bruno Fernandes, that was one of the best efforts of the game we've seen so far. He had time to set himself, control the ball with his right foot, get it out with his feet, and then a curling effort was probably a foot wide of the near post. Really good effort from him. It didn't quite curl enough. The Sheriff players giving him too much time and space there on the edge of the box. I will run through the teams at a moment when I have a little break in play. Koval's goal kick forward. Headed up and a bit of head tennis now on the halfway line. Eventually brought down by Casemiro. Lays it off to Eriksen. Martinez with all the time in the world to pick out a short pass to Casemiro. He goes forward. Fernandes, but he can't bring it under control. And Sheriff will have a chance to clear through their goalkeeper, Maxim Koval, back in the team. He did start the season as number 1. And he was replaced by Dimitru Teledadnik. But interim manager Viktor Mikhailov has restored him to the starting lineup. So we'll see how he gets on at Old Trafford this evening. Garnacho now on the left wing. Checks his run. Back to Casemiro. Malakia is up from the back. Short passes between those three again. Over to Lindelof. Lindelof forward, looking for Fernandez. Can he knock it into Ronaldo's path? He does, and Ronaldo just stabs it forward. Straight at the goalkeeper. Ronaldo surely knows they should have done better with that chance. Lovely ball over the top from Lindelof. Fernandez well onside. Just nods it perfectly, really, into the path of Ronaldo. And centre of the goal, about 3 yards out. Ronaldo can't finish. Uncharacteristic from him. But good goalkeeping there from Koval. It's easy to say it just hit him, but no, he manages to stick out a foot and gets the ball clear as well. It just seems like a matter of time. Case of when rather than if the United are going to break deadlock this evening. But maybe Sheriff can do something with the ball. They're asking a lot of Atiem when there, but can't receive the through ball. And it's time for United to build once again. Sheriff have everyone bar the Nigerian striker Atiem when back. Garnacho turning, trying to get away from Guedes. Now Eriksson. Big 1-2 with Casemiro. Back out to Garnacho. Got plenty of pace, the young winger. As any young winger should, I suppose. Now Malakia. Short passes on that right-hand side for United. Now Casemiro trying to get forward. It's well shepherded out. I think we're just going to have another look at this chance for Ronaldo. And he was under a little bit of pressure from the defence, so you have to give them a bit of credit for that, but still, you'd expect Ronaldo to get a cleaner contact on that. So while we have a bit of a break, the United starting 11 is David De Gea, Diogo Dalot, Victor Lindelof, Lisandro Martinez, Tiro Malakia, Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, and I might have to stop for a second. No, the attack's broken down. Anthony, Fernandez, Garnacho and Ronaldo is the full starting 11 for United. 4 changes from the weekend, and Garnacho coming forward again under pressure from Guedes, nutmegs him very nicely. Can he beat a second man? No, he checks his run and decides to use the Danish Eriksen, who tries from long range, down, saved, falls to Fernandez, saved again by the keeper, and finally cleared away. More and more pressure being applied on the Sheriff goal. Eriksen again, can he pick out another teammate? Floats in another cross, headed away. This time Kiki was back there. Eriksen's going to have a third bite at this Sherry. Decides to use Garnacho again. And Diallo calling for it. Oh, a lovely touch there by Casemiro, but can't link up with Ronaldo. Nevertheless, the pressure's still on. Martinez now. Diallo chips one forward. I think that's too close to the keeper. Yes, it is. And safely into the hands of Koval. And Sheriff can breathe a sigh of relief again. So Man United need to keep the pressure on Real Sociedad. Sociedad maximum points, 4 wins out of 4 so far. United 3 wins and that 1 loss to Sociedad. So only 1 team guaranteed to go through to the last 16, of course. Second place plays one of the third place teams from the Champions League groups. And Sheriff need to win this game by at least 2 goals to stay in contention because of the head-to-head record with United. 7 attempts so far for United to 0 from Sheriff, and Ronaldo's going to try his luck from long range, and it's deflected wide. Ronaldo deciding this time he was going to do the work himself. Received the ball nearly 40 yards out, and it was an outstretched leg from Kiki. Just came off his knee, I think, there, and goes out for a corner. I think Ronaldo getting a bit impatient, wanting to try his luck from everywhere. Short corner taken by Eriksen to Fernandez. Fernandez goes across. He finds Sandro Martinez about 35 yards out. United intent again Ball in the final third. Casemiro's cross headed away, only as far as Garnacho. He can't turn on it, and Sheriff get it clear. Akanbi is chasing, putting Anthony under pressure, but Anthony holds him off very well and lays it off to Martinez, who is the furthest man back in a red shirt. He uses Tiro Malakia. Ronaldo coming deep again. Short pass to Garnacho on that right-hand side again. On that left wing, I should say. I'm getting my lefts and rights confused. That's not good. Martinez across. Garnacho again. Into the area. Beats one, beats two. Can he shape to shoot? He's in the centre now, and there was 3 men in front of him blocking that shot. Very unlikely to get that one through. Now Bruno Fernandes. Short to Casemiro, to Ronaldo. Ronaldo with his back to goal, edge of the area. Short one to Garnacho. And again, the United are being crowded out by Sheriff. They're having much more joy putting balls into the box with crosses and high ones to be attacked. But these intricate short passes aren't quite coming off at the moment. There's been a tangle there between Cedric Badolo and Tiro Malakia. Both players are down. Just a tangle of legs, I think. But both players feeling the effects. Tiro Malakia has some European experience. He got to the final of the Conference League with Feyenoord last season and lost out to Jose Mourinho's Roma. So he knows what it means to go deep into a European competition. Just 23 years old, the left back from the Netherlands. Both players are up and seem to be okay, and play has resumed, and United are bringing the ball forward again. And Garnacho has gone down and has won his side a free kick. It was Guedes this time who brought him down. Renan Guedes, the Brazilian. Many of these Sheriff players just on short contracts, a lot of loan players as well, and they really do pick them out from all corners of the globe. Eriksson takes his free kick short to Fernandes. He tries his luck again from long range, and a clean strike again, but off target. Wide it goes. I'm not overly convinced that these are the best ways for United to attack and to shoot. They might have more joy putting some balls into the box, as I mentioned earlier. But what do I know? Fernandes and Ronaldo now trying their luck from quite far out. Not many of the Sheriff players remaining from that team that stunned Real Madrid last season in the Champions League and got 2 wins from their 6 games. A really incredible debut campaign for them. Couldn't quite qualify this time. They fell into the Europa League. And let's see what they can do here now. Atiemwen out on the left wing. On the right wing. I'm getting my lefts and rights confused again, guys. What's going on? Eriksson has picked the ball up. Atiemwen is forced right into the corner. And Bruno Fernandes brings the ball over the halfway line. Not a lot of pressure being applied by the Sheriff defense. They just want to get everyone behind the ball as quickly as they can. Fernandes now into the final third. Back to Malakia. Is he going to cross? Decides against it. Fernandes back to the Dutchman. Into the area he goes, past one man. Shrugs off another challenge, takes the shot, and at the near post, Koval had to get down well and save with his legs. It would have to be a great effort from that tight angle from Malakia to beat the goalkeeper from there. That stinger of a shot needed saving, and the corner has been taken. Cross comes in, and low down again to smother was Koval. He lays one off short to Stjepan Radeljic, and his ball forward goes to nobody other than David De Gea, and it's, I think, the first time I've mentioned the United goalkeeper in action today. He's not having a lot to do this evening. And he's pretty much a spectator like the rest of us. Casemiro across. Malakia is there. Shot to Eriksen. United working it from left to right again, out to Anthony, who decides he's going to just spin twice around for absolutely no reason. And then his ball forwards to Casemiro is a bit overhit, but the crowds love that. A bit of excitement for them. Let me just see the replay. Yeah, round once, twice. Yeah, full 720 from Anthony there, spinning around with the ball at his feet. You don't often see that. The crowd certainly that certainly brought a smile to the crowd's face, I should say. A real entertainer, born entertainer, the Brazilian, as so many Brazilians down the years have been. United coming again now, Garnacho, out wide, Ronaldo. Ronaldo tries to cut back inside. He's held off by Guedes, and Guedes does incredibly well there. Tackles Ronaldo, lays it up to Kiki. Kiki's going to have to get this one clear, and he does eventually. And it's going to go out of play roughly on the halfway line. United get the ball rolling again. 38.5 minutes gone in the game. Still 0-0. Sheriff still holding out. Eriksen now over the top. Can he find Dalot? No, he's not going to get onto the end of that one. And it bounces out over the goal line. Another goal kick. And another minute trickles by. The Sheriff are holding on for what will surely be an unlikely point. The cameraman is, the editor, I should say, is showing me plenty of replays of that bit of skill from Anthony. I won't go as far as saying that's been the highlights of the game, but I'm sure that's going to be doing the rounds on social media, well, all night, I think. You're listening to AI Football here on YouTube. If you're enjoying this coverage, give us a comment, give us a like, subscribe to our channel as well, please. That really helps us out. A rare chance for Sheriff to get forward. Can they put the cross into the box? Yes, they can. And oh, that just evaded Atiemwen. There was a great cross. Patrick Capozzo on the left wing had all the time in the world to pick out a fantastic cross. And just like that, that could have been so easily 1-0 to Sheriff. Oh, he just couldn't get his head on it, just ahead of him there. In fact, it wasn't Atiemwen, it was Rashid Akanbi getting into the 6-yard box, and United, for all their pressure, could so easily have been a goal behind there. That really would have been a turn up for the books. That might be the wake-up call United need. Garnacho is into the area. Eriksen, 1-2 with Dalot. Eriksen back to Dalot, and he tries his luck this time from outside the area, and out it goes. High and wide for another goal kick. About 25 yards out or so, Dalot there, maybe a bit less. Curling effort with his right. Not going to trouble the goalkeeper like that. Seeing some shots of Harry Maguire and Scott McTominay on the touchline, warming up. Maguire back in contention after his hamstring injury. Off forwards by Casemiro. It's come back to him. His second header, though, goes astray. Martinez, oh, he did tidy up nicely there, got a good tackle in, and then tried to play a ball out to Dalot and got it all wrong. And they put themselves under a bit too much pressure there, United. It's going to be a Sheriff throw, midway inside the United half. Seeing some more shots of Maguire on the bench, and see Rashford there on the bench as well. In my notes, there was no mention of Rashford in the lineup. I'll just check that for you at half-time. Not in the lineup, I should say, in the squad. Anthony now. Pass infield to Casemiro. He spreads the play to Garnacho. He receives the ball on the halfway line. Has pace to burn. Cuts back when he gets to the edge of the area, under a lot of pressure again, evades the challenge. Eriksson always in space, never looks like he's under any sort of pressure the way he plays the game. Always fantastic to watch Christian Eriksson. Cyril Malakia now. Lindelof and Ronaldo linking up. Eriksson, very much that quarterback style role again for United. Garnacho, everything coming through Christian Eriksson right now. Lindelof is going to pass it out to Anthony. Any exciting skill from Anthony this time? No, just the cross comes in, a better one, and Radeljic had to get up there and head it, and it was finally cleared and put out of play by Guedes. Good organised defence at the back. Kiki and Radeljic have done a decent job for Sheriff so far this evening. And powerful through ball from Casemiro is diverted out of play. It's going to be another corner for United. Eriksson's over on the far side. It's going to be an right-footed in-swinger. Ronaldo is up there trying to evade his marker. Lindelof, Martinez there as well. Eriksson gives the signal. In comes the corner, goes to the near post, and it's headed in. Diogo Dalot makes it 1-0 to Manchester United just 2 minutes before the break. And finally, all their pressure has paid off. Manchester United take the lead late in the first half. An unlikely scorer, his first goal of the season, the Portuguese international Diogo Dalot, rose highest at the near post. Perfectly executed corner from Christian Eriksson. How many times have we seen him do that down the years? Dalot got free just about of his man. He wasn't left in too much space, but he was able to rise highest. And the goalkeeper didn't have a chance with that one. Excellent header by Diogo Dalot, and it was just a simple one in the end for United. A lot of pot shots, a lot of intricate passes, but just get the ball in the box and get a defender to attack it. That's how you break the deadlock in a game like this, and it's worked out perfectly. Manchester United 1, Sheriff Tiraspol 0. We've got 30 seconds of the 45 still remaining. We are back underway. Sheriff going backwards very quickly. And Kiki now trying to tidy up, and it's Badolo who got Sheriff into all sorts of trouble there. Now he's playing the ball out much nicer, and suddenly they're up to the halfway line, Sheriff. Infield to Salifu. Salifu away from Anthony. Did Anthony foul in there? No. Good tackle, says the referee. And Anthony receives one from Casemiro and decides he's going to do a couple of nice little touches again before United get the attack going once more. We've got 1 minute added on at the end of this first half. Garnacho seeing if he can put this game really beyond Sheriff. But again, the Sheriff defence does its job. Will be very disappointing for Sheriff. All their hard work in open play. Yes, they've been lucky a couple of times, but to concede such a simple goal from a corner, that will really frustrate them just before half time. They always say it's a bad time to concede a goal, but I mean, there's no such thing as a good time to concede a goal, is there? So disappointing nonetheless for the visitors from Moldova. About 5 or so seconds of that minute still to be played. United still counting the Sheriff half. They will have to hurry up if they're going to have one more chance. No, they're not. The referee blows his whistle. And at half-time, here at Old Trafford, it's Diogo Dalot with his name on the score sheet. His header from a corner broke the deadlock in the 44th minute. And it's Manchester United on their way to their 4th win from 5 in this Europa League group. Join me in about 15 minutes time for the second half, where it's Manchester United 1, Sheriff Tiraspol 0. Dzień bayılsın. Welcome back to the second half of our coverage between Manchester United and Sheriff. The two teams are just entering the field once again, where it's Manchester United 1, Sheriff Tiraspol 0. Goal scored by Diogo Dalot just a couple of minutes before half-time. And it looks like we are going to see a change. Marcus Rashford is going to be entering the field. He's all stripped off and ready to go. Just need to go through the official protocol. So he's waiting on the sidelines at the moment. And wait to see who he will come on for. He has been playing centre forward so far. So if it's a like-for-like replacement, it could well be Cristiano Ronaldo. Another change, in fact, will be Harry Maguire. So we've got a couple of substitutions being made by Erik ten Hag. Let's see what numbers come up on the board. It's number 21, Anthony, coming off for Marcus Rashford. And Harry Maguire is replacing Sandro Martinez. So like-for-like change at centre-back. And Rashford looks like he's going to be operating on the wing. We'll see maybe if there's any changes later. So our Greek referee, Tassos Sidiropoulos, gets us underway again. All Greek officiating team at the stadium. And then in VAR, we have Marco Fritz from Germany and Willy Delayot from France. Sheriff all in yellow, kicking off again from left to right. Man United kicking towards the Stretford end, as they usually do at home in the second half. And Harry Maguire lays one off to Victor Lindelof. Out wide to Tiro Malakia. Rashford leaves one for Eriksen. Eriksen can't quite gather it, and it's cleared away And there's not one Sheriff man trying to retrieve it in the United half. So similar pattern developing to the first half, where Sheriff were keeping almost everybody or everybody behind the ball. Dallo now coming forward, linking up with Ronaldo. He can't get it back to him again. And Sheriff can bring the ball away. In fact, they put it out of play because one of their players is down. It looks like centre-back Stepan Radeljic, their captain. He's back on his feet now, moving very gingerly though and grimacing, so bit of a painful one for him. But former Bosnian under-21 international. He also played at youth level for Croatia, so switched his allegiance back to his country of birth. Now he's playing in the Moldovan region of Transnistria, breakaway region. Very interesting part of the world. I'll suggest anyone looks it up. They want independence through the Transnistrians. And Sheriff is a huge company there, and they sponsor and, well, they run the football team and own it as well. That's how it works over there. Casemiro now brings it forwards over the top, looking for Fernandez. Fernandez operating a bit wider at the moment, but Sheriff bring the ball away, and almost a half chance there for Akanbi to get onto one, but broken down has the play, and Christian Eriksen operating again inside the Sheriff half, links up with Casemiro. Ronaldo wide. Dallo, can he cross? Garnacho wants it, so does Rashford, but it's the Sheriff defence who clear it this time. It's Gabi Kiki who plays the ball out of the area. Sheriff still trying to play the way out of trouble, and they do so quite successfully. Great touch there by Mudasiru Salifu. Out wide to Akanbi again. Akanbi was booked in the first half, the only person to be taken into the notebook. Cross comes in, and that one's just out of the reach of Mohamed Diop, who is getting into the area there. Senegalese man. So United's 11 at the moment: David De Gea, Diogo Dallo, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, and Tiro Malacia, Christian Eriksen, Casemiro, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Alejandro Garnacho making his full debut tonight, and Cristiano Ronaldo back in team. Maxime Koval, Renan Guedes, Gabi Kiki, Stepan Radeljic, Patrick Capozzo, Cedric Badolo, Mohamed Diop, Musa Kiabu, Mudasiru Salifu, Rashid Akanbi, and Yanya Atiem went for Sheriff, and United put another ball into the box. Lindelof back there. And he's forced all the way back to Maguire, and Maguire is getting his first real touches of the evening. Let's see if the break has helped out Harry Maguire, and let's see if he can start putting in a few more positive performances for United. Out wide is Garnacho. He comes infield. That one's half cut out though. And Akanbi is onto it. Plays the ball back to Capozzo. Capozzo infield to Salifu. And Sheriff doing well right now just to string about 3 or 4 passes together. Given no time on the ball by United. Eriksen's ball is left by Ronaldo. It's crossed back in, headed away by Kiki. Garnacho is first to it. Goes to Malacia. Malacia's bounced across, decides to use Eriksen. Eriksen tries to skip away from one man, and he's brought down quite forcefully. It was Musa Kiabu who brought him down. Kiabu, who was suspended for the second Sheriff game against Real Sociedad, which they lost 3-0, as he was sent off in the game where they lost 2-0 at home. So this is prime territory for either Christian Eriksen or Cristiano Ronaldo. 25 yards out, central. It might be one of the dipping efforts from Ronaldo, or more traditional curling chance for Eriksson, both in position to strike with their right feet. Ronaldo with a very determined look on his face. Is this going to be Ronaldo's goal? No, it's Eriksson who takes it and it goes over the bar. I think Ronaldo was just giving the Sheriff players the eyes. I certainly fell for it. I thought that was going to be Ronaldo's chance, but it was Eriksson pulling rank. And he went about 2 or 3 yards over the top of the bar. We've seen better from Eriksson down the years. But, that wasn't one for him. Foul given against Ronaldo this time. He was a bit late. Yeah, a bit late on Gabi Kiki there. Gabi Kiki arrived in January. A lot of these Sheriff players arrived in the January window or in the summer window. Played for 3 different clubs in Belarus, Gabi Kiki. It's from Cameroon. Lots of interesting leagues and countries that the Sheriff players have played in over the years, and a lot of them are still quite young. The vast majority of them under 30. In fact, it's only a couple of the goalkeepers, a couple of the substitute goalkeepers, in fact, who are 30 or older. All of them in their 20s. Most in the 22 to 25 kind of age range as well. So plenty of youth in the Sheriff side. They shouldn't have too many fitness issues. And Malacia has done well to win the ball back high up the pitch. Gives it to Rashford. Rashford skips past one man. And can't get past Guedes a second time. And Kiki as well was there. And eventually Guedes goes down. The ball's gone out of play. And I think the referee actually gave a free kick. Yes, it's going to be a free kick to Sheriff. Virtually on their own goal line. Rashford was really giving them the run around. But in the end, just a bit too much force on Guedes. You can see Anthony on the bench getting warm now. Across it goes. And let's see Sheriff. Let's see if Sheriff can get something working in attack this time. Kiki forward to Badolo, back to Diop, to Salisu, but it's been won back by United, and they're springing forward very quickly with Bruno Fernandes. He's got players ahead of him, crosses it in towards Ronaldo, but Kiki was there. Oh, almost won back well inside the area by Casemiro. His tackle is gathered by the keeper, who bowls it out very nicely, and Rashid Akambi is in the United half with possession, but crowded out by a combination of Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes. Eriksson. Now Rashford. Yep, Rashford almost operating as a second striker. He's in a central position just behind Ronaldo. Garnacho now. Garnacho crosses. I think it's overhit. Yes. Nowhere near Ronaldo in the centre, and Fernandes wasn't far forward enough. Garnacho puts a hand up to apologise, but I think the young man has got nothing to apologise for. Thinking of the game as a whole, he's done so well, particularly the first half, was causing the Sheriff players a lot of problems. The other match in this group is Omonia Nicosia against Real Sociedad. And it's 1-0 to Sociedad at the moment, which means as things stand, United will need a fairly comfortable win over the Spanish side to top the group and go directly into the knockout stages and not have to go through that playoff round that was introduced last year. Roma are being held 1-1 by HJK Helsinki. Some other interesting results coming in today. Arsenal lost 2-0 to PSV Eindhoven. Bit of surprise there. Garnacho now getting away from one man. Crosses, headed away. Back in by Lindelof to Malacia. What can he do with this one? To Rashford. Rashford is kind of blocked, it bobbles around. Salisu in the end, Salifu I should say, clears that one deep where only Harry Maguire and David De Gea are back in the United half. Casemiro. And you'd think you want to see a little bit more from Sheriff. Losing this game puts them out, and yes, they've got a huge task on their hands, but you think if you've come to Old Trafford, not a lot to lose really. Have a go. Come and attack. See if you can open up the game a little bit, and maybe United might pick you off, but at least you can say you had a real go, and maybe they're listening to me. I don't know. Have I got a direct feed to the Sheriff bench? I'm not sure, because instantly they're into the United half. We hear the commentators curse. What about the commentators' good luck for once? Maybe Sheriff players are going to try and do something with this now. It's their turn to play the ball along the back. Radelic receives the ball from Kiki, then tries to go over the top. And it's won back by United. But again, Sheriff retain possession, and they get that one all a bit wrong. And Kiabu and Capozzo probably should have done better there. A couple of pot touches, it goes out for a throw. And yeah, they're going to have a go now, Sheriff. But keeping control of the ball, that's objective number one, I think. Victor Lindelof, Casemiro, Dalot further forward, tries to feed to Ronaldo, and poor pass from him. And Eriksen with the flailing arms, he wanted that one. Dalot didn't spot the run, or he didn't use it if he did spot it. Wrong choice made there by the goal scorer. With Aaron Wan-Bissaka still injured, it's fallen on Dalot to start every league game, and he's only being come off the bench for one Europa League game. Here's Ronaldo. Ronaldo, space to shoot. Ronaldo, oh, he should have done much better there. Wasted chance there by Ronaldo, and once again, he knows it. Received the ball 25 yards out, centre of the goal. A couple of touches to move to the edge of the area. And I really don't know how he managed to work that much space. For Rodeli, it just kind of fell off him. Into the area went Ronaldo, and his shots. He just didn't catch it well at all. He really should have got that one on target. A curling effort with his right. I think the contact must have just been wrong, because the ball kind of swerves away from the goal there, and I really don't know how he managed to miss that badly, a player of his legendary status. Kiabu reaches for one, and he manages to bring down Garnacho, and referee has signalled a free kick for United. Scott McTominay is taking off his tracksuit. He's being readied. I imagine Casemiro or Eriksen might be making way sooner rather than later. Eriksen goes cross field with a free kick. Dalot with a slightly better attempted ball than his last one, but it's headed clear. Back out to Dalot. The second time asking, he finds Casemiro. Casemiro stood waiting for the ball up through that way. Does this straight the man just ahead of him. Suddenly Sheriff on the attack. It's Iai Atiemwen. Forced out wide, waiting for support. Now Guedes. Infield to Kiabu. Radelic across. This is better from Sheriff. Salifu. They slowed the attack right down, but they've got men inside the United half now, Sheriff. Good ball inside. Oh, almost a lovely 1-2 there between Bardolo and Kiabu, but didn't quite work out. It might have been Diop there, in fact. But now Sheriff going to have to get back, because Garnacho is in a dangerous area. Rashford turns away from one man, feints the shot from 25 yards, decides against it, lays it off to Casemiro. Fernandez out wide. Rashford. Now Eriksen. The top from Maguire to Garnacho wide. Casemiro, Garnacho, Rashford. Oh, this is much better from United. And what a finish! No, it's going to be flagged offside. Ronaldo thumps the ball into the Stretford end in celebration, but the celebrations are cut short. A lovely, intricate move by United, but the linesman on the far side flags Ronaldo offside. It was Garnacho with a beautiful control on the wing. He cuts in field, short ball into Casemiro, back to Rashford. Rashford crosses, and Fernandes heads it then back across goal, and Ronaldo volleys it in. Ronaldo marginally offside as he tries to receive the ball from Fernandes. It was lovely, intricate play from United, but to no avail. And we saw this in the first half. Ball chipped into Fernandes, and he cushions the header across goal for Ronaldo to finish. First one produced a good save from the keeper. Second one just offside. Diogo Dalot making way for Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw into the fray. And it was Casemiro who was the one being prepared to make way for Scott McTominay. Scott McTominay into the action. It's his only his well, it is his fourth appearance of the Europa League campaign. Just missed one match thus far. 3 of them being substitute appearances as well. So usual role in Europe for McTominay this season. Luke Shaw straight into the action. Can't get a foot in there. Now the first touch is for Scott McTominay. Well-deserved arrest, I think, for Casemiro. He was in the wars in the first half. Took a cut to the face. Scored that fantastic header at the weekend, of course, against Chelsea. And now Guedes has upended Garnacho, and he is the second man into the referee's notebook. Yellow card for Renan Guedes. Far too late there. I don't know if he even had a hope of getting the ball there. So Luke Shaw and Scott McTominay, the third and fourth substitutions for Erik ten Hag's team. And we get to see a change from interim coach Viktor Mikhailov, who replaced Stefan Thomas just after the weekend's loss in the Moldovan League. Here come United. The most advanced player is Etienne for Sheriff, and he's about 40 yards from his own goal. So again, Sheriff content with limiting the number they're going to concede this evening. Harry Maguire, does he fancy a shot from long range? No. He lays it off. Ronaldo, McTominay, across to Eriksen. Eriksen, now across to Shaw. Shaw crosses. Header, what a finish! What a fantastic header. Marcus Rashford into the action in the second half. Scores his 3rd goal of the Europa League campaign. And if ever this result was in doubt, United have put it to bed once and for all. They've killed off any hopes the Sheriff have of getting back into this game. What another lovely move. They've had to work to break down this defence, but they finally managed to do so in open play. Across it went from left to right. Ronaldo, a bit of impetus across to McTominay, short to Eriksen. He found Luke Shaw, his cross first time, and a bullet header. Again at the near post. Marcus Rashford, unmarked, knew exactly where he was putting that one. Far too much pace on it, caught it really cleanly with his head there, Marcus Rashford. Dive from Koval, but just too much on it for him to deal with. Applause from the manager on the bench. We are back underway. Manchester United 2, Sheriff 0. 3rd goal of the Europa League campaign for Marcus Rashford. And it's a very rare touch for David De Gea. Scored 3 and 3, in fact, Rashford. Scored twice against Ammonia in the 3-2 away win. United really had to work that night. They've not been put under quite as much pressure this evening. Now I think it might just be a case of how many. We've still got a quarter of the game to go. We're in the 67th minute. Plenty of time for United to add to their scoreline. Maguire. Of course, Old Trafford difficult for any team to come here and try and get a result. But I was hoping Sheriff, a team who managed to win at the Bernabeu last season, the Champions League, I expected a little bit more from them. I thought they would really try and make a game of it this evening. But United fans, if you're listening, I'm sure you're very happy with your team's displays so far. They've had to be patient, been unlucky at times, made one or two wrong decisions, I think, in attack, but in general, I think very satisfactory. As I said, there's still a quarter of the game to go, so I shouldn't be counting any chickens just yet. Maybe Sheriff can find a way back in. Maguire is holding off a can be very well. I'll try and let it roll all the way out. In fact, it stops right on the goal line, so he does have to clear it. He does. Oh, and good tackle there, well in there by Victor Lindelof to thwart any danger, but Sheriff still coming. Guedes tries a cross, which is blocked and goes up for a throw. Garnacho getting back to do the defensive work on Guedes when Guedes has been the one trying to keep Garnacho at bay for most of this game. Nice roll reversal for the two. Right, in field, and Atiaman can't do anything with that. Eriksen clears. Fernandez drills one forward for the run of Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo's going to get this one first, it looks like. Yes, he does. Radelic putting him under pressure. Now Garnacho. Garnacho goes down, and Radelic is adjudged to have fouled the youngster. It's been taken quickly, and Ronaldo's cross, though, is poor. And forward comes Sheriff, and lots of space now for Badolo. Badolo now on the right wing. Can he get a cross in? Oh, and his cross is awful. He had so much time there, plenty of space. He came a bit too far infield. He needed to. Yes, I think he needed to wait a little bit for the target to arrive. Cross weak and straight at David De Gea from a position like that. They're going to have to do so much better if they're going to get something out of this game. Christian Eriksen, crossfield looking for Fernandez, or just a bit overhit. Eriksen, of course, getting the assist for the first goal from that corner. His second in the Europa League. And his first one against Sheriff in the away game. Jadon Sancho, or in that evening, did Cristiano Ronaldo from the penalty spot. Adolo has gone down, but play continues. Shaw and McTominay combining. Garnacho. Garnacho takes the 1-2 from Ronaldo very nicely. Garnacho is the area. Can he get support? And his cross goes up into the air from a deflection. Now Eriksen tries. Blocked again. And this time it's to the Sheriff players to bring this one out, which Diop does with Radelic. And now they're spreading it across. It can be is up there as well, as is Pozo. Back now with Gabi Kiki. Tall centre back, looks quite imposing. He goes cross where he finds Patrick Capozo, the Ghanaian. A couple of caps he got for Ghana under 20s in his younger days. Kiki again, short to Kiabu, who's come deep to receive this one. Sheriff have slowed the play right down to walking pace. Still Kiki. Radelic. Diop. And a poor pass from Pozo. It's won back by United. And suddenly we're into at least jogging pace again. Luke Shaw. Ericsson has to recover the loose pass from Shaw. Maguire, now Lindelof. Get the feeling everyone wants to get in on the action on these United attacks at the moment. Ronaldo receives one from Garnacho. Feints one way, then passes to Malacia. Malacia coming infield. Rashford over the top and headed away when Fernandez was lurking at the back post. McTominay finds him again. Fernandez has managed to get back on side and goes right round the houses. Back to Harry Maguire in those bright orange boots. Luke Shaw. Now Rashford. Rashford wants to find a runner, I think, but decides to go short to Lindelof. Quite static were United there. No one really making themselves available for Rashford. Now Maguire. Lindelof. Shaw. Now Lindelof again, and he tries to feed one into Rashford, and he just can't bring it under his spell. And it trickles harmlessly away, and it's going to be a goal kick for Sheriff. We've got 18 minutes of the 90 still remaining. We haven't seen any substitutions for Sheriff yet. And I'll just say that it looks like the goalkeeper is suffering some discomfort. I think the referee is calling over the medical team. Yeah, Maxime Koval now goes down. I think it's his shin that might be the issue, or maybe the top of his foot. The magic spray is out. Captain Radelic just checking his keeper is okay. We've got two goalkeepers on the bench. Dumitru Seladnik has played 3 times in the Europa League this season already. And also 39-year-old Sergei Pashchenko. Both of those could deputize. Both of them Moldovan internationals. Koval himself from Ukraine. Got 2 caps for Ukraine a few years ago. And keeper is back up, and 2 players bedecked in yellow getting ready on the touchline. So we will shortly see the first substitutions for Sheriff, but it won't be a goalkeeping change. We are back underway, and Kiki tries to find Pozo. One back by United. Ericsson. Shaw advancing. It's Garnacho who receives it, gets under control. Garnacho into the area. Well tackled though by Guedes. He was beaten a few times by the pace and skill of Garnacho in the first half, but he's really stepped up, I think, in the second half. Renan Guedes. He's going to have to be careful, so he is on the yellow card. Christian Eriksen loses possession. Did that ball go out of play? Referee says no. In fact, yes, he does. It's a throw into United right down by the corner flag. But I think we're going to stop for the substitutions first of all. So we are. It's number 28. Number 28 is Pernambuco, Brazilian left winger. And after that, the referee says, no, we're not ready for the substitutions. We're going to carry on. 15 minutes of the game still to go. It's Manchester United 2, Sheriff 0. You're listening on AI Football. Scott McTominay. Malacia. Cross, he goes to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw looking for options. Garnacho comes and receives. Well left there by McTominay. For Maguire. Cross comes in. Luke Shaw has continued his run, but it's gathered by the keeper. I was going to say he's recovered well, but as the camera zooms in on him, you can see a grimace from him, still in a bit of discomfort, but he's not going to pass up this chance to play a full 90 minutes at Old Trafford. We can see how much it meant to the ammonia keeper in Man United's last home Europa League match. Even though he conceded that very late goal, it was his dream of his to play here. And I think for some of the Sheriff players, similar dream come true for them this evening. Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw, about 40 yards from the Sheriff goal, plays a 1-2 with Marcus Rashford. Now Lindelof, Malacia, who's played a bit more centrally in the second half. Fernandez on the wing. Short to Maguire into Malacia. Good from United again. Malacia forced backwards and wider. Has to use Fernandez, Maguire, Eriksen. United again in no hurry. Eriksen, a bit of space opening up in front of him. Finds Ronaldo with a short pass. Into the area. Ronaldo goes down. Play on, says the referee. Short one to Rashford. Rashford takes a shot and forces a good save from the goalkeeper. And it was one of those shots from Rashford where it looks like he doesn't get any backlift on it at all. And it's quite incredible how he manages to get so much power so quickly out of his feet in a flash. And it was curling in. Took a really good save down to his left from the goalkeeper, Koval. Corner for United. Played short. Oh, and fired over by Garnacho. Really interesting corner routine there. Fernandez almost on the goal line for the forward pass, so it wasn't offside, and he laid it off. And Garnacho edged the box first time with his right foot. Doesn't manage to keep it down. Not the easiest one to hit first time. And finally, we will see those changes. And I think it's might be Diop coming off. Just check that for you in a second. "12 minutes to go in the game. Yes, it was Diop coming off for number 27, Adrian Hartmann. And also one of the men on a yellow card, Rashid Akanbi, making his way off the field, and he is the one going to be replaced by the Brazilian Pernambuco. And final change of the evening, and it's a very warm reception on his full debut that he's deserved, certainly in my opinion. Alejandro Garnacho goes off, and he's been replaced by Donny van de Beek. Van de Beek also recovering recently from a knock. He's been out since the start of September. Really good performance from Garnacho today. Really real one for the future. The young Argentinian born in Madrid, but representing the nation of his family. McTominay. Van de Beek in quite an advanced role. Yet to make a touch. He might be coming deeper now to receive this one from Eriksen. Yes, he does. Eriksen and Luke Shaw combining. And Van de Beek, in fact, came off the bench in the 2017 final for Ajax when they were beaten by Manchester United. And McTominay goes down. Has he won a free kick? Yes, he has. And it's in another, almost the exact same position as the one Eriksen had about 10 minutes ago. Central, 25 yards out. And if the first one was just to get Eriksen's eye in, he might really fancy his chances with the second one. It was Kiki with the foul. I'm not sure if he was booked. It is Ronaldo and Eriksen over this one again. Shaping up for the exact same strikes, the two of them. Oh no, in fact, Eriksen walks away from it. It will be Ronaldo. So Ronaldo's happy for Eriksen to take one, but he's not letting him have a second attempt. Here comes Ronaldo into the wall. And away it goes. I think it's going to go out for a throw. Or yes, it does. McTominay decides he's not going to sprint after that one. Yeah, finalists in that game, and the only United player surviving from that 17 2017 final was Marcus Rashford, the goal scorer. Oh, what a save! Can Ronaldo get a move down? Yes, he can! Cristiano Ronaldo does get his goal on his return to the side. And he makes it 3-0 to Manchester United with just under 10 minutes to go. United took the throw, simple cross into the area. Ronaldo met it with his head. It was saved by Koval. He did well to get down to it, but he knocked it straight back into the path of Ronaldo. And on the rebound, fired the ball high into a pretty much empty net. It was Malakia who played a short pass to Fernandes. Fernandes, far too much time once again. And finally, after so many chances in this game, Fernandes lays one on a plate for Ronaldo. The Ronaldo does manage just about to finish. Header, powerful, well saved by the keeper, but Ronaldo straight onto it. First to the rebound. Gave the keeper no chance with that. Ronaldo scoring his third goal in all competitions this season, the second one against Sheriff. Sheriff will be sick of the sight of him, to be quite honest. And I think the scoreline is a fair reflection of this game. We are back underway. It's Manchester United 3, Sheriff 0. Let's see if we've got any more action for the remainder of this game. You've got to feel a little bit sorry for Bruno Fernandes. He's laid so many chances on plates for Ronaldo this evening, and then where Ronaldo finally scores, the save from the goalkeeper from the initial shot means that Fernandes doesn't even get the assist. It's not all about the stats, of course. It's a team game. And United really have played as a unit. They really put in a solid team performance on what could have been a tricky night for them, but they've done, I think, quite a professional job this evening. And they're going to move on to 12 points in Group E. Let's see what's happening elsewhere. I'll try and get you an update shortly on what's going on in the Real Sociedad game. In fact, they've got 2-0 up now. 2-0 up against Ammonia Nicosia. And United are looking for more. They're into the area again. Van de Beek, can he get on the answer to that one? No. Rashford's through ball, a little bit overhit. And it trickles out of play once again. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Who is your man of the match? Subscribe to our channel while you're at it for more commentaries, more AI videos like this are here on AI Football. And it's going to be a yellow card for Harry Maguire. I've just seen the attempts flash up on screen. 0 attempts for Sheriff, 21 for Man United. Maguire still protesting his innocence, but he has been booked. And I think I'm right in saying that Maguire has been booked in all 3 of the Premier League games he's played this season, and he's getting more cards than a postman at Christmas at the moment. Hasn't put a foot wrong other than that, Maguire, but a relatively comfortable evening for him. A few seats beginning to empty. United fans going home satisfied. And there's still just over 5 minutes of the 90 still to be played. Luke Shaw and Lindelof. Maguire back to his England colleague. Van de Beek showing for it again, and he does receive this one. Van de Beek now, oh lovely, back heel into the path of Rashford. Excellent play there by Donny van de Beek. And that touch ultimately forced Sheriff to put the ball out of play. They've got a man down, it's Musa Kayabu. I think he just overstretched for that one. He might have a bit of a muscle problem there, which we don't want to see. Man from Malawi. He's got 11 caps for the Malawi national team. And he's, in fact, on loan from USC Kita in Malawi. It's not often in a Europa League game or any European game that we have players on loan from clubs in Malawi. Oh no, I'm mistaken. Mali, I should say. Mali. He's got 11 caps for, and he's on loan from the Malian team. I believe there is a Malawian. And yes, Charles Petro. He's not involved tonight. Corner comes in, headed away. There's another Sheriff man down in the area, but they're playing on. Cleared by Patrick Pozo. His number 2, Victor Lindelof, heads it clear. And there's going to be a substitution. Hayabu did have to go off the field. And number 31, Nikita Kovali, is going to make his first appearance in the Europa League this season in a few minutes. He's not going to come on just yet. In fact, one of the other men who came on, Adrian Hatman, a few minutes ago, he is making his first appearance in the Europa League, and is, in fact, the two of them, they've only played in Moldovan Cup for the first team as Sheriff. No league appearances. Never played in the Moldovan League for Sheriff, and their first taste of the big time is going to come at Old Trafford. That will be one for them to tell the grandkids. 3 minutes still to go. United 3-0 up against Sheriff. Plenty of time for them to add a fourth. Lindelof didn't spot the run of Fernandez in time. Now Maguire. Lindelof might try again. Who's going to show for this one? He decides to go wide to Luke Shaw. Eriksson and Lindelof, two Scandinavians combining. Now Maguire. Shaw. And there's another cross. Van de Beek. Oh, he just couldn't turn that one home. He had to stretch for it. Donny van de Beek. A little bit out of reach. He got contact with it, but he couldn't manage to direct it as well, and off target. And it goes for a goal kick. Will we see those changes now? Yes, we will. And off comes Atiemwen. Atiemwen. He's had a tough job up front on his own this evening. Not really able to get into the game at all. And it's Kovali. Kita Kovali on for the last minute and a half plus stoppage time as the goal kick eventually finds its way to David De Gea. Seen Eriksson coming deep. Just trying to keep track of these substitutions, but over the top from Luke Shaw to Donny van de Beek. Can he cross? Goes low to nobody in particular. And it's cleared away by the Sheriff defence. Pernambuco is the man doing the tough job for Sheriff up front on his own now, just chasing shadows. Really, that's all I can say about his about his efforts. Marcus Rashford out on the left wing, lots of space, crosses with his right foot, cleared away up to Pernambuco, but he can't bring it under his control, and it falls to Scott McTominay. Drilled across by Maguire. I think Van de Beek was he offside? No, play on. We are well inside the last of the 90 minutes. I'm not sure if we're going to have too much time added. Maguire, plenty of United shirts ahead of him, plenty of yellow Sheriff ones there too. Now Shaw. Pernambuco not getting tied to him. Shaw picks out Rashford. Eriksson, and now Shaw in loads of space again. Shaw across, and it's turned out behind by Radeljic. He had to get that one right. Could have turned that one into his own net on another day. It's going to be another corner for Manchester United. Sheriff trying to keep themselves organised. They want to get out here with just a 3-goal deficit. They don't want to They don't want things to turn into a rout. Ronaldo, McTominay, and Maguire all very close together, trying to avoid the defenders. In comes Ronaldo, climbs, can't control it, can't get a touch, I should say. Shaw back in, and McTominay's there, well saved by the goalkeeper at very close range. Really good save by him, and Pernambuco's trying to break free here, but Lindelof beats him to the ball, passes back to De Gea. And now Luke Shaw. And calm things right down again. Van de Beek. He goes over the top, looking for Rashford. Rashford onto it, tries to turn, but well defended there by Kiki. Stood his ground there and didn't let Rashford knock it past him. We're almost halfway through the initial 3 that added on. No reason so far to add any more than that. McTominay is coming forward. Will we see another late goal from him in the Europa League? Malacia. Now Shaw. Van de Beek. One last attack you feel for United to improve their goal difference and improve their margin of victory. This evening, Van de Beek made another run, but Lindelof decided against it. Eriksen stumbles, but no one within 10 yards of him, so he just recovers to McTominay, then Ronaldo. Now Fernandes wide. Plenty more short passes from United, and finally one from Fernandes. Doesn't go through to its intended target. And Pernambuco now putting Lindelof under pressure to try and get a consolation for Sheriff, but quite comfortably tidied up by the Swedish centre-back. Maguire across to Rashford, who's in tons of space again. Rashford tries an audacious effort with the outside of his boot. Really good effort from him. He seemed like he was going to cross from there, but instead takes the shot on. He used the man out of position to stay on side on the far side. Good work from him, and yeah, that definitely was. It wasn't a mishit cross. It definitely was a shot and a real acrobatic handball save. We're just seeing a replay of from the keeper. One final change being made for Sheriff. I'll get a confirmation shortly of who it was. Let's come on. It's Heron, in fact. Heron has come on for what might be the last couple of seconds of the game. We're still continuing. We're into the 4th minute of added time. A whistle from the referee might come any second now. And yeah, one look at his watch. Eriksen. And there we go. There's the final whistle. Job done for Erik ten Hag and his Manchester United team. They've got the 3 points that they so desperately needed to try and keep pace with Real Sociedad at the top of the group. They've improved their goal difference as well. They didn't allow David De Gea any work to do at all. Not a sniff of a chance for Sheriff Tiraspol, who leave England with a 3-0 defeat as they head back to Moldova. Their Europa League campaign has officially come to an end, at least their chances of proceeding. And Manchester United took the lead through Diogo Dalot late in the first half, extended their lead in the second. Marcus Rashford, who came on at half-time, made things more comfortable with a powerful header just past the hour mark. And then with around 10 minutes to go, Cristiano Ronaldo, he needed 2 attempts at it, but on the rebound, stuck one into the net from close range. And it finishes at Old Trafford. Manchester United 3, Sheriff Tiraspol 0. And thank you very much for joining us on AI Football this evening. We hope you've enjoyed our coverage. Give us a like, give us a subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, that's what I should say. And join us for more commentaries like this for all the biggest games in the Premier League and around Europe. I've been Anthony Thomas, and I'll again very soon. Bye.